special spices are sautéed in coconut oil, ground and then added to beef chunks with ginger and garlic, curry leaves and salt. The beef is then added to an aromatic mix of onions, spices and tomatoes and cooked till the meat is tender.
Cravings Food Adventures. I'm Ahmed. We're spicing it up today. We're going to be making a delicious Kerala style beef curry. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to ring that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Now let's get cooking.
In this recipe, the ginger and garlic is going to be pounded and not ground. I have about a 2-inch piece of ginger and roughly about 6 garlic cloves that I've sliced. Bear in mind that the garlic cloves are much bigger here in North America. You're going to need to use as much as you need, as we will need to yield 4 tablespoons in total. I have a wok or a kadai heating up and I want to prepare a spice blend for my beef. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and allow it to melt. Add 1.5 tablespoons of coriander seeds, a half tablespoon of fennel seeds, and 6 dried chilies. I'm going to give this a quick saute and then I'm going to remove it and cool it in my spice grinder. Once cool, I'm just going to grind this to a coarse blend. I have 1 pound of beef here and I've cut it into small cubes. I'm going to scrape all of this ground spices onto the beef and I'm not going to wash out the grinder just yet. Add 2 tablespoons of the pounded ginger and garlic. I have about 8 to 10 curry leaves here and I'm just going to tear this up into little bits over the meat. I'm also going to add salt to taste. Mix this well and keep it aside. Ideally, it would be great if you can marinate this overnight, but a minimum of 30 minutes will do. In the same wok or kadai, I'm going to heat up 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Next, I'm going to add 1.5 cup of sliced onions. 1 cup of these are going to be used in the gravy base and the other half cup is going to be used as a topping later. Add some salt to the onions. This is going to help it caramelize faster. I'm going to take out 1 cup for the gravy and keep it aside now, and I'm going to keep browning the rest of the onions. I'm also going to add 20 curry leaves and 2 tablespoons of sliced green chilies. Once these are nice and crispy, I'm going to remove it and keep it aside. To start the gravy, I'm going to add the onions that I reserved earlier back in. A half tablespoon of fennel seeds. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of the pounded ginger and garlic. Next, I'm going to add 10 curry leaves, 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and I'm going to mix it. And I'm going to add 2 cups of diced tomatoes. I'm going to add some salt to help break the tomatoes down. Now I'm going to add all of the marinated beef in. Mix this well to coat. I'm going to cook this for about 5 minutes, giving the masala a chance to coat the meat. Remember I told you not to wash that spice grinder just yet? I'm going to add 500 ml of hot water into the spice grinder, as this is going to pick up any of that delicious blend that gets trapped under the blades. I waste nothing. Add the water in, and now we want to cook this down so the beef gets nice and tender. You can either cook this as is, stirring frequently for about an hour or more till the beef is tender, or if you have no patience like I do, you're going to pressure cook. I've transferred everything to my Instant Pot, set it to sealing mode, and I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. If using a traditional pressure cooker, which you can also do, you can cook this for 5 to 6 whistles. At the end of the cook time, let's see what this looks like. As always, and I've mentioned this in other videos, pressure cooking in the Instant Pot will build up more steam, aka gravy, especially since I have an 8-quart. If you use a stovetop pressure cooker, you may not see as much liquid. If you want a more liquid gravy, you can leave this as is, but if you don't, you can set the pot to saute mode to dry up the gravy. I know I'm going to get this question, can you do this entirely in the Instant Pot? Yes, you can. I chose to use the wok or kadai as it has more surface area for me to saute and get the onions to crisp faster. Sauteing in the Instant Pot, especially one my size, builds up steam because of the tall walls, and it has a less intense saute area. Ultimately, it can be done if you choose to use just one appliance. The same goes for a stovetop pressure cooker, especially the ones that are more wide than tall. I'm going to test this beef. This is super tender. I'm also going to add salt to taste. Once the liquid has reduced down, I'm going to add in some of the fried onions, curry leaves, and chilies that I reserved, and I will use some as a garnish. This is best served with some Kerala paratha, roti, or rice. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings with Adventures. I hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for Kerala style beef curry. It's packed with flavor and is super delicious. If you love this video, guys, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. I love hearing from you. Also, share the video with your family and friends so they can enjoy these recipes as well. And be sure to follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Till I see you next time, do take care.